Hello! I am excited to tell you a little bit about G Suite Enterprise for Education and some of the really cool features that are going to be useful for us as teachers. So a lot of the G Suite Enterprise features are behind the scenes with security and the admin console, looking at the mobile management and some of the migration options. But for us as teachers, there are a couple really great new features. One of them ties into Google Classroom, looks at Originality Reports, and the other is based on Google Meet. So Google Meet is going to have a lot of really cool new features now that I want to just talk to you about a little bit. So when you are in Google Classroom and you are creating a new assignment, you might notice down in the right-hand corner that it says check plagiarism. This is an originality report. So an originality report is something like turnitin.com where it checks your students' work versus other students versus material on the internet. So normally with just G Suite for Education, you only get 5 originality reports per class. So you can only use it 5 times. Now that we are enterprise, we have unlimited originality reports. So if you have students writing papers or lab reports, or if you have them turning in Google Docs of any kind, you can now turn on originality reports for every single assignment. So when you click check plagiarism, now it's not going to pop up and say you're using one of your 5. Now you can use it on every single assignment. So all of the other really great features for enterprise are within Google Meet. So before we had to use Chrome extensions to try to do a lot of what we wanted within Google Meet. Now we don't have to worry about that. As long as you are the host of your Google Meet, and you can tell that you are the host by having the little blue bar down at the bottom, this little shield that tells you that you're the host. If you are the host, you now have this activities button up at the top. So when you click on activities, you can now break students out into breakout rooms. You can use polling and you can use Q&A to really interact with your students in Google Meet. So another really great feature that is now built into Google Enterprise for Education is the data that is emailed to you after a Google Meet. So if you ask questions or if you use polls, you will be sent that data in an email as well as attendance. So if you have your students in a Google Meet, after you finish the Google Meet, you will be sent a Google Sheet with all of your students in attendance. So when you are sent the email of attendance, you will see the name and email addresses of all of your participants in the Google Meet, as well as their duration, how long they were in the Google Meet, the time that they joined the Meet, and the time that they left the Meet. So this is going to be really great because now you can see were your students in the Google Meet for all of the class period or for just a small amount of time. So I know that I went over a lot of the features very quickly. I will make separate tutorials for how to use the activities within Google Meet, but I just wanted you to be able to see all of the great features that we now have access to.